I don't know what to say, really. 3 minutes to the biggest battle of our professional lives. All comes down to today. Either we heal as a team, or we're going to crumble. Inch by inch, play by play, till we're finished. We're in hell right now, gentlemen. Believe me. And we can stay here, get the shit out of us, or we can fight our way back into the light. We can climb out of hell. 1 inch at a time. Now, I can't do it for you. I'm too old. I look around, I see these young faces, and I think, I mean, I made every wrong choice a middle-aged man can make. I pissed away all my money, believe it or not. I chased off anyone who's ever loved me. And lately, I can't even stand the face I see in the mirror. You know, when you get old in life, things get taken from you. I mean, that's part of life. But you only learn that when you start losing stuff. You find out life's this game of inches. So is football. Because in either game, life or football, the margin for error is so small. I mean, 1/2 a step too late or too early, and you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow, too fast, you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. Hell yeah. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. On this team, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone else around us to pieces for that inch. We claw with our fingernails for that inch. Because we know when we add up all those inches, that's going to make the difference between winning and losing. Between living and dying. I'll tell you this, in any fight, it's the guy who's willing to die who's going to win that inch. And I know if I'm going to have any life anymore, it's because I'm still willing to fight and die for that inch. Because that's what living is. There's 6 inches in front of your face. Now, I can't make you do it. You got to look at the guy next to you. Look into his eyes. Now, I think you're going to see a guy who will go that inch with you. You're going to see a guy who will sacrifice himself for this team because he knows when it comes down to it, you're going to do the same for him. That's a team, gentlemen. And either we heal now as a team, or we will die as individuals. That's football, guys. That's all it is. Now, what are you gonna do?
I do what it takes. Ain't worried about it. They slip confidential when I'm dealing with snake. I lost my dog, diamond collar with a big ugly face. Man, it's Spain, circle back to the bay, yay. Hit a lay in the hill with the grade. I say, meanie, mine, mo. Catch an apple like a fish. Don't let him go. I say, if they try to holler, let me know.
It's another exciting adventure. Father plus son plus football podcast. What's up, America? How y'all doing? Hopefully you're not falling for some of this AI gangster mentality, fraudulent videos that's been happening. I don't, this. I don't know what this world is. I feel like Public Enemy. I don't know what this world is coming to. I'm the father.
I'm the son.
You sure? Are you sure?
Yep.
We gonna do a DNA test? I'm always asking.
No. I don't
People
think we can do
like I'm crazy. They're like, man, ain't no way in the world that ain't your son. If we saw you on the street in Singapore, we would be like, that's that man's son. It's funny because I love the fact that people can walk up on you and say, hey, is your dad Dion Evans? And you could say with a smile on your face, yeah. When I was your age, grown men would stop me in the streets where I was raised, and they would say stuff like, hey, are you Cole Evans' son? And I'd be like, yeah. Man, tell him I said hi. I said, I've never met him. Never. And the look that they would give me, the look of shock and the agony of defeat, and they just walk away from me, leave me standing there in the street. And I'd be like, man, this guy, I don't know who this guy is, but he knows who my father is. So I find it great joy that, when I was 9 years old, I said to myself, I'm not going to be to my children what my father was to me. And as I watch you live your life, I've made good on my own personal promises. Promises I made when I was still single digits. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying. So yeah. You stole my look. You stole my body, but you're a better football player than me. Much better, much better football. And your Uncle Greg, Coach Greg Morris, he likes to remind me of that you're a better football player. He loves to rub that in.
Yeah.
Well, it is what it is. How you doing today, son?
Ooh, I'm feeling really good. A little sore, but nothing I can't fix.
What's that shirt you have on? What is that?
Pacific University.
Uh-oh. Why are you here at Pacific University?
Hey, they offer me. I'm going to rep the schools that offer me. I'm not going to rep no school that doesn't offer me.
So the only schools, so then that means you're repping Lewis and Clark?
Yep.
All right.
Lewis and Clark. I got that shirt.
Talk to me about earlier this day. Let's talk to the people.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier, you got an email from Lewis and Clark Track and Field. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. That was pretty good. I've never gotten an email like that. It was them saying that they want me to come back out, like another visit. It was, if I'm correct, prospect camp, something like that.
Yep, prospect camp.
Which is really nothing I haven't done before. I've already gone a tour of the campus. I would say I know the ins and outs, except for the classrooms, really. But yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good thing to see.
All right. We want to remind those of you who are listening that you are our third co-host. I'm the father, he's the son, but you're the co-host. Hit us up with them comments.
Keep them rolling.
We want to smoke. Don't just give us the good comment. We know some of you ops. Where are you, Hayward? Hayward, we're coming to see you this week.
Absolutely.
We know you're listening. I was at their scrimmage on Friday night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Minding my own business. Not wearing anything that gives a marcation of what school I am with, but I'm there with a camera. And between the JV scrimmage and the varsity scrimmage, One of the JV coaches, I believe he's their offensive coordinator.
Mhm.
He's walking down the track. He looks up and he points. He says, Dion, y'all gonna be ready? And I looked at him like, dude, you just outed me in front. All these people are now looking up at me like, who's this guy? Oh, that's Dion. That's why he's got the camera. All I did was nod my head, said, yeah, we gonna be ready. We gonna be ready.
Yep. Save all that talking for the game.
I'm just saying. I can't talk with pads. I can't play, but I got the clipboard.
You got the game plan.
We have great respect for Hayward. Great respect. Hey, today's guest, I'm excited. It's our first coach of this third season. This is season 3, episode 3, Father Plus Son Plus Football Podcast. And today, our special guest is good brother. We call him one of the good brothers. Coach Eugene Denard from Fremont High School. He's the new head coach of Fremont High. And I'm looking forward to an engaging conversation with him today. Seth, you got some good questions for him?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, let's tell the people what the rest of the broadcast is going to be about, and then we're going to bring our guest on and get after it.
All right. Mercury News, preseason predictions, CIF Oakland section.
Uh-oh. Hey, now this is a broadcast, right? I need your energy. Your energy level is like a little low for me.
Little low.
The match.
We here.
I gotta talk like Trump. You need to match overly.
Nope.
You gotta overly match graciously.
We're all good.
I'm just saying. Your energy level's a little suspect. I'm not liking it.
I put in some good work yesterday. Put in some good work.
I don't care how much work you put in yesterday. In the words of Kurt Franklin, today's a new day. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm good. Let's go.
Yeah, I had to remind you. There we go. What's the next topic?
Bringing state championship coaching to Fremont High School.
Yeah. We're going to talk to Coach Eugene Denard about that. He's a part of the state championship. He's been there as long as the new head coach has been there. He came with the new head coach. And he left with a ring.
Yep.
But he went from a state championship team to a team that is only won maybe 4 games in 4 years. That's a tough decision to make. Got to talk to him about why he made it though. Next topic.
Weekly piano jingle challenge.
What is going on with you? What is you? I heard you yawn earlier. Now you look like you lightweight burping on the air. What is wrong with you today?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Do you realize you was just doing that? Do you know you just did that?
Yeah, I did not. I just did that.
Dude, you're on the air. Get it together, brother. If you did that on ESPN, you're going to lose endorsements. Get it together. God.
Yeah, we got that jingle challenge.
All right, what you gave me, I believe, Mobama.
Yep.
You know, why would you give me that? That song says, I got hoes calling my something phone. I don't even get the song. Like, it must be just the beat, because the words of that song don't make any sense to me at all.
No, all right. So a while back, I know you definitely said that you wanted to try to play Mobamba on the piano. You haven't done that one yet, so I chose that one.
Well, I want to learn. I think the beat is fun, but I didn't have to hear the words. I was like, what is this song about?
Straight instrumental.
It's crazy. It's only about 4 notes, though.
Yeah, right.
Unlike what you had me play last week when we did, what was that? Here I Go. That's only 3 notes. All right, next subject.
Saturday Night Lights versus Sonoma Valley, St. Mary's, and Oakland Tech.
Hey, man, we got some highlights of you in that. Pretty proud of you. Pretty proud of you. I'll save it for that segment. Pretty proud of what you did. And I don't know if I'll divulge the background as much, but I'm pretty proud of you. Pretty proud of you. Oh, by the way, speaking of being proud, I was on Max Preps today. I haven't logged in on Max Preps since we won the state championship, right?
Right.
And I logged on today simply because I wanted to see what they were ranking Hayward, since the Mercury News predicted them in their division of the league that they would win. Actually, they're predicting them to have a better record and be the champion over Piedmont, who went undefeated last year in league. And so I went to go check the rankings to see how they're ranked versus how we're ranked. And we're in a tougher division than them. So I expected our ranking to be better, and I think we're ranked right. But in the midst of it, I checked the roster for varsity, and I saw that you have been identified as one of the team captains.
Hey.
You are a captain on the varsity football team. What's your thoughts?
It's a pretty great accomplishment. To be honest, I'm not gonna overhype it. Still got a job to do, but it's pretty cool. I should get a C right here. Just captain C right there.
Well, I don't know if we do that, but you're a captain. You're on. There's a C on your name on Max Preps. Fremont High versus Galileo and El Cerrito. We're going to talk to Coach Eugene Denard about his team and how they scrimmaged against those teams. El Cerrito, I really want to talk to him about El Cerrito because they're really rebuilding. They were completely discombobulated last year with a bunch of violations.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm very interested to see how that went. We're going to do some JV player shout outs.
Oh, absolutely.
I got film.
We got to
I got film.
Varsity was able to come out and watch. You saw some pretty good plays.
Well, I got 5 video clips.
Okay.
That I want to share of the JV players. And I think you're going to be impressed by these 5 clips.
Okay.
Yeah. And Hayward Farmers, if you're watching, no value to these clips. You can watch these clips. You can study these clips. Can't help you on Friday.
Nope.
I'm not going to tell you why, but yeah, they can't help you on Friday. Just saying. And then what's next, Seth?
Peach State Gridiron Classic.
Oh, yeah.
At Recruit NE.
Northeast _ GA. Northeast Georgia. Always shouting out Coach Lamar Daniels. Big time brother. Doing big. I mean, just a simple brother, just following what he believes the Lord has given him the custody to do. It's working out. That's why we rock with him. And then finally,
shout outs. Universal shout outs.
Yeah. Follow Seth on IG, Seth QUYN Evans. Also follow on IG, Twitter, and Facebook, Bitter Cup Media. Bitter Cup Media for all of your, controversial conversation. That's what's up. So again, we are in season 3, episode 3. Let's bring to the stage our good friend and brother, Coach Eugene Denard. Coach Denard!
G.
What's going on, fellas?
What's up, brother?
So much.
Good to see you, man. Now, before I get into your personal life, I want to know your thoughts, you and Seth. Did you guys see what happened in the pregame of the Folsom versus Grant game? It was on ESPN.
I didn't. Unfortunately, I had to work, so I couldn't see that. So please enlighten me to what took place.
Oh, no problem. I'm here to enlighten. I am here for all the smoke. So watch. So I won't pull the video up because I don't want somebody else saying that our broadcast was made better because I used one of their videos. I'm not going to do that, but I can explain it. So Folsom, you know how you're doing pregame, you're doing like team O or team D, and the guys that aren't on the team are lined up straight across the line?
Yeah.
Well, that's Folsom. Folsom's just minding their own business, right? Doing their team exercise. Grant comes on the field and just runs all up against their line. Athletes from Grant are bumping athletes from Folsom. One athlete comes into the Folsom side of the field and he's popping off to one of the players. The referees throwing flags. Grant gets a penalty before the game even starts.
Wow.
This was on ESPN, brother.
Man.
ESPN. Now here's the let me look over here because Coach Gene, you've been coaching a long time, right?
Yes, sir.
What do you know about teams who choose to make a whole lot of rah-rah before the game? If a team chooses to do a bunch of noise, pomp and circumstances, all that kind of stuff, taunting other players before the game starts, tell me your thoughts on that. And tell me from your coaching experience, usually what happens.
About a second quarter, they done fizzed out and AW has been placed on them.
Guess what the final score of the game was?
Oh, give it to us.
51-13.
Yeah.
Folsom put 51 points on their head.
Oh man.
They did not take that at all. They did not take that.
But I bring this up to you, Seth, cause see, when I looked at the video, I thought to myself, which one of these kids is Seth most likely to be? And I got to thinking, Seth is probably the dude who's going to run on the other side of the line and he going to the guy.
I'm going to be both.
But you can't do that and get 51 points put on you.
That won't happen.
Look, let me tell you about football. It is unforgiving. And when you violate unwritten rules, you don't taunt before the game. Now I get it. Somebody may say, Coach Dion, you talk a lot of trash on this podcast prior to the game. Well, all the trash I talk is calculated trash. I talk trash. I know there ain't nothing they gonna be able to do about the trash I'm talking. Nothing. So my trash talk is calculated. But, Grant, you're an up-and-coming team in Sacramento, but Folsom's been there, done that against some of the best. They put 51 points on you. You got what, 13? And I'm going to tell you, hold on. Number nine of Grant was the one popping off the most at the mouth. Oh, he even knocked down the quarterback who had his helmet off. Oh, this was wild.
Right,
you got to go look at Folsom's Twitter. Our special guest, Coach Eugene Denard. Let's get into it. Can we get into it? Oh, no. I got one more, Coach. I know you had heard about this. Shiloh Sanders.
Oh.
With the what did he get? I heard about it, but I can't recall what he was. But he almost threw a punch. He got flagged.
No. Oh no!
Not almost.
He didn't almost throw nothing.
Bam!
He threw a closed fist punch on the face mask.
Bam!
Network television.
Wow! Right hook.
And when I saw it yesterday, because he got kicked out the game for doing it, right? I said, he's going to get cut. You can't. Bro, you can't do that. And I love the Sanders. I love Deion Sanders. I love his boys. I like what they're trying to do. But when I saw Shiloh throw a punch, he's going to be cut. And this morning, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers waived him.
Wow.
They waived him. They waived him. And I get what made him upset. I get that the Buffalo Bills player was doing a little extra. I get it. But you can't. You're not a first round, second round,
second person,
third round draft pick. You can't.
He'll get picked up, I believe.
You think so?
Yeah. He's a good talent. You know, you don't find too many 6-foot corners that stay by the wayside like that. So he'll get picked up by someone like real fast.
All right. Well, I'm gonna check your prophecy. And if he gets picked up, I'm definitely coming back on air and telling everybody you said he was going to get picked up.
I mean, he's a good corner, man. I mean, technique is sound. I like him. I like his style. I would say if he was 2 to 3 inches taller, then, you know, he probably would have been anywhere from round 2, round 3 drafted. But, you know.
I don't even think he got drafted.
No.
He was an undrafted pickup by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're undrafted, you definitely can't throw a punch.
But, you know, with the whole thing that's going on, you know, with Dion and the Sanders boys, that's what's holding everything up for everybody because, like I say, if he was 2 inches taller, no question. If he wasn't Dion's son, no question. Same thing with Shedeur. Shedeur should have never dropped as far as he dropped. But, you know, they all got to pay their own path. But I just think that in this case, Shedeur and Shiloh got the raw deal out of everything.
Okay. All right.
Because
yeah. I think it's terrible. His dad is a legitimate Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Name me a corner that you can actually legitimately, without argument, put ahead of him. When you're talking about shutting down half a field, when you talk about the great quarterbacks, the greatest quarterbacks, don't want to throw to his side.
Yeah.
Have paid.
Him and Darrell Green, to me, were probably like top-notch guys.
Oh, I love me some Darrell Green. Did you ever hear his Hall of Fame speech?
Yes.
For those of you who haven't heard Darrell Green's Hall of Fame speech, go to YouTube and find it. It'll bless your soul. You got to hear. That's probably the greatest Hall of Fame speech I have ever heard. Now, I haven't heard all of them, but the ones that I have heard, Darrell Green's my top.
Before we get into, a real deep conversation, I want to ask you a question about cornerbacks. Do you think that Darrelle Revis is up there with those two guys?
I'd say he's in the top 5.
Mm.
He's not in the conversation for, I say top 5 because of the height, but in actuality, could there be an argument that he's number 1? No. Could Darrelle Revis be considered one over Darrell Green or above Deion Sanders? Absolutely not. It's Darrell Green, and I say that because he ran down Eric Dickerson.
Yeah.
My God, and Eric Dickerson's my hero. Speaking of Eric Dickerson, did you hear about him this week?
About the comments he made about Shedeur?
Yeah, brother.
Everybody's heard that.
Wow. If you talk about what is the NFL going to do? Because that's ED. That's Eric Dickerson. You ain't going to be able to push him out the league.
He probably won't be invited to next year's Hall of Fame ceremony. They're going to say he's thick or something.
Yeah, he may have put the NFL in one of the most difficult spots because if Eric Dickerson is right and it was collusion, that is going to be a major lawsuit.
Yeah.
That the NFL can't have right now. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into why we're here.
Okay.
Coach Denard, Mercury News. I read the Mercury News every day. I am a subscriber to the Mercury News. I don't just, I don't try to find other way. I subscribe
Mm-hmm.
And I'm one of the subscribers that I'm not going to screenshot the articles and then post them so that those who aren't subscribing can read. But on the podcast, Father plus Son plus Football, I take liberty to share my screen, the articles. I need your thoughts because Mercury News put out predictions on CIF Oakland section. And you are now a part of CIF Oakland section.
Yes, sir.
And they just did their rankings. Scroll up a little bit. This is Mercury News. Joseph Dacus did an article on this podcast and me and Seth last year. Good dude. I like him a lot. I don't know how they come about some of the things they're doing. Like, I don't understand this photo that leads the Oakland Athletic League, which is literally CIF Oakland section now. Oakland Athletic League is the name that is now being used for middle school sports. But how is a picture of this kid from Oakland? You know who this kid? I don't know who this kid is. How is this kid? That's got to be McClymonds. How is McClymonds they have won league for like 10, 15 years in a row? How is McClymonds in the background and this kid from Oakland in the foreground? I don't, there's got to be, for every one picture of a kid from Oakland, there's got to be at least 100 pictures of athletes from, who is this kid?
Looks like
idea.
Oakland High.
Oh, it's right here. Colvin Lennox looks to pass against McClymonds during the first quarter. Oh, he was in the Silver Bowl, which means he lost.
Yeah.
Because McClymonds hasn't lost one of those. Here nor there. Joseph Dacus, I like his writing. I think he has a unique perspective when he writes. Of course, they have McClymonds in CIF Oakland section as one. And they write their expectations. And they have Terry, who's been doing a pretty good job at Oakland at number 2. And Terry used to be where you are right now, Fremont High.
Yes, he did.
Ed Washington. Ed Washington is the staple at Castlemont. He's one of the longest tenured coaches and still young. Oakland Tech, we saw them yesterday. 6-5. They're predicting them to take 4th. Skyline. I didn't know Jason was coaching Skyline. I gotta, Verdale Larkins is over there. Now Jason's there. That's the same type of coach. I'll leave it alone. I'll leave it alone.
Are you talking about Sewell?
Yeah, he's the same kind of, I'm just saying. I like Sewell, but you guys could have kept Verdale if he was gonna. I like him. But 10 years ago, I was like, bro, what's going on? Now he could have changed. He's the head coach, and I hope some things have changed because I want him to be a better version of himself. But they have you, out of 6 teams, they have you, number 6, Fremont, Oakland, Coach Eugene Denard. Last year's record, 1-8. Bro, you don't know. I known you. I've coached next to you for the last 3 years.
Yes, sir.
You don't know nothing about only winning 1 game. You don't know nothing about it. And this is 1-8. That's only 9 games. What happened to the 10th?
From my understanding, they got into a brawl where they had to cancel a game. So that's where they were not able to play that 10th game. But, I would just say this. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, on how they're ranking us for this coming season. Mm-hmm. I have no quorums with this. A lot of things that I have to prove to the people that don't know me, and I'm up for the challenge. Yeah, well, bro, I know you're up for the challenge because you applied and took the job. Yeah. Here's what the article reads. Here's why. Now, be honest with you, bringing up that 1-8 and them ranking you 6.
That's because they're going on what has happened prior to you getting there. They don't know what's going to happen now.
Right.
They're ranking you based upon what happened before you put your fingerprints on the program. But this is when I read this in the article. I said, I've never in my life heard a coach say something like this. Article says, Eugene Denard is back in charge of a Fremont team searching for consistency. He said, it's them quoting you, he aims to field a team that does not lose any players to poor grades. Stop right there. All the stuff they're talking about, all these predictions. And when they talk to the head coach, the first thing that you're quoted as saying is, it's not about football. It's not about wins and losses. It's not about who's going to be a preseason all-bang player. My number one goal right now is just to make sure no athlete is lost to poor grades.
Yes, sir.
Tell me why that was important for you to put that message out first.
Well, because, in the past, as everyone knows that, well, if they don't know, I'm alumni of Fremont, class of 87, proud to be a alumni of Fremont. And since I've been away, I did my 6 years at St. Mary's, my 3 years at Encinal, and 3 years at Monroe Catholic. All I heard was how the teams were folding at Fremont due to lack of grades. You got to bring up JV players, to finish the season because varsity players, were coming up ineligible. And, it was real hardening to me because, I'm a Fremont dude, or I'm an OAL cat, as everybody say. And the alma mater is going through turmoil because of grades. It's kind of hard to swallow when people are looking at you. Oh, yeah, you're an Oakland cat. You didn't go to St. Mary's, or you didn't go to O'Dowd. You're from Fremont. And that's kind of hard to swallow. So I, vowed, to make a change in that area. And that's what I'm really trying to hone in on, is to make sure my kids understand that their grades are important, not only for football, but for the future.
Bro, let me tell you, I can rock with you. I love that perspective, man. That and I get the arguments. I think they're fair arguments. You ain't no St. Mary's dude. You're not no City of Alameda product. You're not no private Catholic school guy. And yet your school, your alma mater is struggling. And you said, you know what? I got this ring. I've got a lot of great coaching. I've learned a lot. I'm a great coach myself. I'm saying this on your behalf.
Thank you.
And now you're going to take it all the way back to Fremont. You're going to take all of these things you have learned back to kids who need it most. So that brings me to this. Bringing state championship coaching to Fremont High. What have you learned in your short tenure as the new head coach at Fremont? How is Fremont different from where you just left, state championship? Because you was on the field. You coached the quarterbacks. Jeremiah Charles, who in 2 games didn't even have an interception. You were his main coach.
Well, for Jeremiah's case, it wasn't only me, it was, yourself, myself, who took care of him, make sure he was on the straight and narrow. But the difference is this. We built a real big trust factor at Monroe, and the young men at Fremont, in my opinion, didn't really trust the leaders they had in front of them. So for me to come in there, with these new ideas, I knew right off the top that I had to gain their trust. So I told them in our first meeting, I asked them exactly, what is it that you guys need from me? Once they explained what they needed, everything else was easy. So I told them, okay, I'm going to give you what you want. Now you have to give me what I need. It's not what I want, but what I need. In order for us to be respected and be competitive, this is what I need from you. And so far, the guys, taking on, the challenge of giving me what I need. And I think the future of Fremont is going to be real nice in the future.
You got it. You got to tell me at least one thing they told you they need. I think that's genius. Not going in talking about I'm this and you don't know nothing and I know everything. And so you went in and said, what y'all need from me?
Well,
you got to give me at least one thing. What do you believe is the top thing?
What they told me was they wanted more coaching. They wanted to be coached. I won't say what name, bring up no names, but individuals said that, they didn't really coach us. They just told us what they needed to be done. And then they said, we wanted to be coached. We want to be coached. Break it down for us to where we understand it from point 1, point 2, point 3 to where we're clear on everything. And that's what we've done, to this point, is just breaking everything down. And it was real hard for them. Well, I would say it was, but it is hard for them because we're installing a whole new offense that has to be taught to everybody throughout the program, the coaches, the players. And so, but they're understanding it, getting it together, and it's moving in a good direction. I'll just leave it at that.
Let's go to Seth. Seth, you got a couple of questions.
I sure do.
Give me your first 2 questions.
First 2 questions? I got you. Number 1, what does manhood mean to you and why? And how do you teach it to your players?
You said manhood?
Yes, sir.
Well, it's just being to me, it's being a respectful person in the community, knowing boundaries where you can go and where you can't go. And the guys are really understanding because, we drill at it, instill them every day. You have to do this, you can't do that. And, when they ask why, we break it down and tell them, because we're looked at, we're African-American men, most of us are brown men, that people really don't give us a chance. So when we get our opportunities, we have to make sure that nobody's talking bad about us and we're doing everything that we're supposed to do.
Well said. Seth, second question.
All right. Question number 2. What are some challenges that Black African-American coaches have to face?
Number 1 is other people outside of us don't think that we're qualified to do the job. And I'll just say that, and I'll use boss man as a thing. I'll say Keith. There's a lot of jobs out there that he's qualified for, but I don't think he'll get that opportunity because, the color of his skin. Can you imagine Keith or Coach Dion at De La Salle, what they can, accomplish by being there with the athletes they get over there? Big things. But, I don't think that we'll get that opportunity because, the color of our skin. But I hope things will change in the future. So, brothers like us can get that opportunities to play, to coach at those big programs and, really put some numbers behind their legacy. But, like I said, it remains to be seen.
It's interesting you say that because that is a truth in high school. And last week, the courts decided that Coach Brian Flores' lawsuit against the NFL about hiring inequities and how Black coaches are treated differently in the hiring process, that lawsuit can now go forward. At the highest level of football, the NFL, there's an active lawsuit by Black coaches who are alleging that the NFL has some hiring practices that keep them from ascending to the highest spot of administration, which is the head coach of the football program. That's an active lawsuit happening right now.
Yeah.
And I agree with you regarding Coach Keith Minor. You take Coach Keith Minor, put him at Bishop O'Dowd. Bishop O'Dowd would have probably won 2 or 3 state championships. Now, granted, he'd have to take all of us, you know.
That's true.
But if he took all of us, you know, you put him at, I tell you what, put him in the OAL at whoever's the number 2, and McClymonds is gonna have to sweat, right? Put him at Sarah in the Peninsula. Legendary coach, no doubt about it, but put him over there. And let's see if Reardon, St. Ignatius, let's see if those WCAL schools are going to just, you know, kind of get the best of Sarah right. I'm just saying he has the abilities. But would he get the opportunity? I'll put it to you like this. Want to be very controversial? You want to start
Absolutely.
Controversy?
Yes, absolutely.
Put Keith Minor at Chabot College. Think about it. Think about it. Don't dismiss it. Put him at Chabot College and tell me what athletes are going to go to Laney or going to go to CSM or going to go to Foothill. I'm just. Now, I'm not knocking any of those programs. I like Laney. I love CSM, but we're talking about a coach who's doing extraordinary things, who may not get his due opportunities because of systemic situations, you know, that aren't godly. I'm just. So Moreau's lucky.
I mean, you look
Moreau's 1-14.
Oh, you brought up Chabot. I know of one guy that had an opportunity that coached at high school, got that opportunity. You know, my good friend Cal Cagno, he got an opportunity to go to Chabot. He ran it, and then he left to go to Cal High, you know, where his son was at. But I'm just saying, he got that opportunity to go from Saliandro to Chabot to Cal High. And then you have, like you just said, Coach Minor. Don't know. Will he get that opportunity? Remains to be seen.
I'm just throwing it out there. You know, once you win a state championship, you don't leave one high school to go to another high. You just got to go to. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying. Seth, give me one more question for Coach Gene. One more.
I got you. How are you getting to know your new players?
Well, I take it personal to get to know them real close. I ask questions and I tell them it's an open forum. Whatever you want to ask me. I'm open book. I don't have anything to hide. I'm a Fremont guy. I'm alumni. So I bleed the green that you're going to be bleeding one day. So just ask me. I talk to their parents, get a little insight from their parents, and I just go from there. A lot of them are kids that, have deficiencies, as they say, can't sit in class for a long period of time, and it's just like, to me, it's just, you can't label kids like that. I understand that they have these difficulties, but you got to be there with them through thick and thin when they're having their struggles, when you're having your struggles. And it all boils back to, like I said, trust. When they trust you, they'll open up and they'll tell you everything. And that is the key that's driving the car, man. It's just trust.
Let me ask this question, Coach. Let's go back a little bit, because you are a Fremont alum. Tell us a little bit about your athletic journey, because I know something about your professional career that I don't know if most people know.
Well,
I don't think Seth knows.
I mean, I don't really like talking about myself because it's not about me. It's about, the kids or the young men.
It's about you today. It's about you today, brother.
Well, you have to ask me the questions, man.
All right, so here's the question. Tell us about what was high school sports like when you were playing. What high school sports did you concentrate on? Did you excel at when you was at Fremont High?
Well, at Fremont, I was a 2-sport star, all-leaguer, as you want to say. I excelled in football. I made all-league in football and all-league in baseball. It was okay. I had a very enjoyable high school career. To me,
going all-league in football and baseball, yeah. Now, after Fremont, where did your career go?
Well, I went to Grambling State, for football. Things didn't work out for me in football, and then I signed with the Pittsburgh Pirates and played a few years with the Pirates. Until some things happened in my family that it grounded me, I should say. I almost lost my mom and two little brothers to the accident, and baseball, wasn't for me no more.
Did y'all hear that, America? Fremont High has an alumni who played for the Pittsburgh Pirates. And if I am correct, as I often am, one of your teammates at the time in Pittsburgh Pirates happened to leave and come to San Francisco to play for the Giants. What was his name?
Barry Bonds.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Seth, did you know this?
I did not. No.
You did?
I know that.
Coach Eugene Denard is a former Pittsburgh Pirate who played with Barry Bonds before he decided to relocate to San Francisco.
Yeah.
Dope.
And I would say stories.
Kids need to know that. Athletes need to know that.
The stories about Barry Bonds is true, but I would say this on his behalf. He's catching a lot of flack, but if he did use steroids, then he did. But I can just say this: steroids is not helping when it comes to hand-eye coordination. That dude can hit. He can rake. And in my opinion, should he be in the Hall of Fame? Excuse my language, you're damn right, because steroids does not affect your hand-eye coordination. That dude has extremely fast hands to tear cover off the ball. So, and that's just my thing. Like I say, I know a personal story about him. I don't want to elaborate on it. I'll leave it alone. But the stories that you hear are true. But I want to stand, aside him, behind him for his hand-eye coordination, because hitting is a true art form when it comes to watching him.
Yeah, yeah. They say that if you took away all of his stats from the quote-unquote steroid era or PED era, he still is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Nobody has more home runs. Nobody has a better, on-base percentage. Nobody has as many walks. It's just nobody better. Even if you take all those stats away, still nobody's better.
Dude could rake. Point blank, he could rake.
I love it. All right, let's take a quick pause. Piano jingle.
Yeah.
All right, Coach Gene, every week we have this little fun segment. I bought a piano. Just for the purposes of, staying off social media and spending some time trying to learn a new skill. So today, I get to go over here to the piano. Seth, tell the people what I'm supposed to do.
All right. So he has to play some song. He has to play a couple notes. We got to make sure it's recognizable. We'll be playing Mo Bamba. Get this queued up real quick. Try to put an instrumental.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hear you.
So Mo Bamba. Let me see if I can figure it out again.
Yeah, that's me.
There it is.
Okay.
But here's the part I like. No. Here it is.
Yeah.
Coach,
But I don't know how to play it together. I can't do this part. Wait. I can't do that part and this part. I can't do it together. I don't know. I can't get the hands to work together on it. It's kind of weird. But then I remember this. Wait. No. There it is. There it is.
There you go.
You got it? You know what that
There
is?
you go. Yep, here I go.
Here I go. And then we got from 2 weeks ago. Wait, is that right?
There you go. Yeah, yes, sir.
I'm working on it.
There
I'm
you
There you
go.
go. We'll take that. We'll take that.
You
I
better
brought a whole piano, not to learn church songs by Fred Hammond or Kirk Franklin, not to learn the old hymns of the church.
you
I
gotta learn.
brought a piano just so I can learn hip hop jingles. I'm just saying. And I got 3 hip hop jingles down, and one of them I can't play both chords at the same time because my brain didn't work like that yet.
You did great in my book, Coach. Don't worry about it.
There you go. There you go.
Yup.
Better than me.
I took my wife on a dinner date to this restaurant called Limon in Walnut Creek. I would suggest you go there. Now, I know I'm just giving them a free plug, but their food is scrumptious. They got this fried fish platter that is just, not only is it a beautiful looking dish, but it's gorgeously good. You got to try it. But across the street at a gelato and chocolate spot is a public piano that's just sitting out in the middle of the street. So I walked over there and I played the Thizzle dance on the piano. When I was done, people all over the streets was looking over at me at the piano like they knew it, and none of them was black. They was all white, and they were white like a little younger than me probably. But they knew it was the Thizzle dance.
Did they get up and start dancing?
They didn't. I don't know, because I was so busy playing it. I'm not good enough to where I can play and be looking around. So I got to literally look at the notes. But when I was done and I looked up, I saw them all looking at me. I don't know what they was doing while I was playing, but they were definitely watching me play from whatever distance they were standing. They could hear it. It was funny.
Got you a following now, huh?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the next. Seth.
Wait, hold on. I still gotta tell you my next song for next week, though.
All right, what's next week's challenge?
Daydreaming by Jill Scott.
Oh, I like that song.
I know.
That's Jill Scott and what's the guy?
Lupe Fiasco.
Lupe Fiasco. I like that song.
Yeah, I've been working on pronunciation since last week. You know, it's
Yeah,
that
you
whole.
blew up,
Yeah.
Miss Steph. Yeah,
Get him, coach. Get him.
It's
Would
got
you-
to take it on the chin. It's got to take it on the chin.
Would you like to tell us who the artist of Here I Go is?
I know who it is.
Yeah, terrible.
He was at practice. Right? Now we're at practice, minding our own business, right? And Seth says something in the form of rebuttal to the coach. And one coach from the sideline just yelled out, "You just stick to my stickle." Man, I died on the field. Here I am in 100% coaching mode. And when I heard that, I knew it was a dig from the podcast. I fell out laughing. It was funny. We got Coach Dysart listening. What's up, Coach John? Oh, hats off to Coach John Dysart. You guys know what was big in his life this week?
What's that?
This week was the first time in his life he was responsible for the entire practice schedule for the defense at the high school level. He's the JV defensive coordinator for Moreau Catholic. And this week, and he's done it now 3 times, but his first time was Tuesday where he ran his first high school practice, set up the schedule, told all the assistant coaches what they needed to do. And he did such a phenomenal job. I didn't know that it was his first time coaching at the high school level as a defensive coordinator until he told me. That's how good it was. So flawless. It was everything was on time. Everybody was working together. He had all the coaches doing their thing with the kids and bringing us together and then breaking us apart and then tweaking a piece over here. So I was excited about practice on that day. And when he said that was my first high school practice as the defensive coordinator, what? Great job, brother. He's got a huge future.
That's all right.
Ooh, is that the ring? Hold on.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Show that one more time. Oh, I gotta throw you on the big. There it is.
There it goes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I wore mine last week for the first time.
Well, maybe including today. This is the third time I've worn it since receiving it.
Yeah.
I had to wear it to practice one day and show the guys a little something, so it's quite gawky to them, but it served its purpose.
Coach, you gotta show it to them. You gotta show it to them, because if you don't, how are they gonna see it? How many kids at Moreau have ever seen a high school state championship ring until they won one?
I know.
You and I. How many state championships, CIF state championship football rings have you seen prior to us winning one?
Well, I saw a few because I know Curtis when he was at McClymonds, so he showed me his, Pooh showed me his, stuff like that. But
I did see Curtis's.
Yeah.
I did see his one from McClymonds, but that's it.
Yeah.
And I didn't get a close-up look at it. I just that's a pretty big ring, and that ain't no wedding ring. That got to be his state champ, one of the 4 state championship rings he won. Now he's got 5, 4 from McClymonds, 1 with Moreau, and now he's back at McClymonds. I'm just
gonna be like Thanos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He got all 6.
All right, let's go. Sonoma Valley, St. Mary's, and Oakland Tech. This is you, Seth. Man, I'm proud of you, bro.
Thank you.
Coach Gene, I saw you there, but we weren't able to talk because I was up in the bird's nest. I was in the eagle's nest.
Yeah, I was trying to stay under the radar, because it was all about Monroe.
You will never walk onto Moreau's campus and be on the radar. You can forget that.
And I miss all you guys, players and coaches. So that's why I just try to stay quiet and give dap and love when I can. But I don't want to be a distraction, even though I still feel
you will never ever be a distraction. Never. And you will never sneak in and sneak out. We know you're there.
Oh, I'm gonna try.
That just allows us to keep on seeing you, but you'll never sneak in and sneak. You, as soon as you step past that track, as soon as you step in lane 8, we're gonna know you're there.
Now, one day I'm
gonna Seth,
stay in the stands.
Well, then I know I'm gonna see, because I'm in the eagle's nest. You come to the stands, I'm definitely gonna see you. Call your name out, make you come up to the eagle's nest with me.
It's all good. I'll come.
All right, let's do this real quick. We got I want to screen share real quick. Let's go to we got a couple of highlights. Seth, you posted this. It's about that time. This is from your Twitter.
Yes,
I had a wonderful time during my scrimmage hosted by Moreau Football. Here are 4 clips from Saturday.
621 views. I just posted that.
621 views, bro.
Ba-boom.
Here's your first clip. Walk us through it.
I was just slow playing. I see the running back. He gets the ball. I was trying to make sure he didn't immediately blitz inside or go inside, because I saw that there's a little bit of a gap. Then I saw him. He started running outside. So I'm like, okay. Now I have a little bit of a bad angle, but I was still able to get to his legs, get to his feet, and I just wrap him up.
All right, good stuff. Let's go to your second clip that you put up. This is an offensive clip.
Yeah. And this one I have to run for. On Monday, we got Savant.
This.
I got Savant.
You got a penalty here. They didn't enforce it, but you can't. You ran the young man over. You ain't got to stand over him now. Come on.
Yeah, you know better than that, Steph.
Look at that. He's already, number one, he's being blocked. And you're like, forget the block. I'm just going to run him over anyway. Boom. Yeah. Then while he's on the ground, you stand there looking at it. Come on, Seth. You can't do that. It's a wonderful run.
Wait. But
this is what, an 11-yard touchdown run.
Okay. I play with the safety on the Berkeley Junior Bears. If I'm correct, in the judge.
Do the referees know that? Do the fans know that?
No, I'm not. I'm right. It's okay. I'm gonna run my 2 Savants. I'm fine with it. I'm okay.
You got 2 Savants. You got the most severe punishment then.
No. That's the usual. It's 2. When Coach Mata puts up the deuces, that's the bare minimum. At least I don't have 6. Somebody had to do 6 Savants. I'm not going on that level.
Wow.
But
who got 6 from today?
Oh no. Not from this scrimmage. Last scrimmage.
Okay. I was gonna say
green and gold game, actually.
Dang, what do you have to do to earn 6 Savants? God, that's a lot of Jesus. All right, let's go to the clip.
Yeah. This one's against St. Mary's. Not all that much good at blocking, but I'm able to still get a lot of yards. I'm just driving my feet.
Question I have for you, Seth.
Yes, sir.
You playing against St. Mary's. You know, we recently lost myself plus Coach George, to his alma mater. Yeah. How was it going up against him, knowing he knows all the plays that you guys are going to run? So, just going up against Coach George and the defense.
I mean, hey, it was good. I mean, in the end, you can know the plays, but if you can't stop them, it's really pointless.
Okay.
I got all the love in the world for TG. That's Uncle Tresson right there. So, the fact that he.
What about the rest of the team, man? How do they feel? You seeing one of the guys you went to battle with every day, every week. Now he's on the other side. So what was everybody's mindset?
Hey, everybody kept the same mindset. They're like, hey, we love you, but as of right now, we don't love you that much to where we just go lay down and just have our hands up and not run the ball. Nah, it's competition love right now, baby.
Okay.
So I mean, hey, we was just getting working the whole time. First dude, I just threw him off of me.
What you're saying it was Monroe business as usual.
Absolutely. Burn the boat. Burn the boats all the way. Burn the boats.
Okay.
And you got about 5, 6, 7 more yards after the first contact. That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's crazy because one of my linemen, he just stops blocking. He's just sitting. He's standing there. I'm trying to make a juke. I end up bumping into him, and I'm just like, because I'm trying to move. I'm trying to go, but he's like holding me, and then somebody's trying to tackle me, and then they're trying to rip the ball out. So I'm 4 points of pressure. I'm here trying to rip the ball out. I get my hand off him. I'm driving. Watch, you'll see my feet. You'll see my feet.
It's early in the season. The linemen play at a high level. It takes a while. It doesn't happen this early. It's gonna take about 2-3 weeks.
After the first contact, watch my feet. Watch when they start getting in the pile. Watch. You can see my feet. Nice. Driving. I get extra yards. Hey, I'm fine with that.
All right, let's go to the last clip. This is against Oakland Tech.
Yep.
Oh, that's nice. That's hard running.
Now, after watching the film, I realized I could have bounced outside, but I didn't see that at first.
Yeah. That's because you be doing brutal stuff. You don't mind. So you got to start getting a little more finesse, bro.
I know.
If you can get outside and go untouched, that's fine. You ain't got to try to run through everybody. You don't have to be a bulldozer all the time. Sometimes just be a dirt bike and get to the outside.
Score.
Or in old terms, like TG used to say. Yeah.
I like that block. Watch AJ up here. Yeah. Watch him come across. He's going to get a little stock block in there. I like that. He's still blocking. All right.
Then there's one more clip, but I didn't.
Nah, we going with, we did.
Okay. Yeah.
Stop trying to finesse me into doing more clips.
Are you sure?
Coach Gene.
Yes, sir.
On Friday night, you had a jamboree, right?
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I want to throw this out there first. You know how Oakland gets a bad rap, right? Yeah. So Fremont High hosted El Cerrito and Galileo. I had my AD was there. My SSO, culture keeper, was there undercover, and we hosted the JVs from both schools. 4:30 was their start. 6:30 they ended. The varsity started at 7 o'clock, and we ended about 8:30, 8:45, and had no issues. The police was never called. No fights broke out. People had a good time, and they had good food. And I just wanted everybody to know that, you know, East Oakland is really not that bad if the proper people are in place. And that's something we talked about, how East Oakland gets a bad rap. I just want to say Friday night, there was no shootings, no stabbings, no fights at Fremont High School. Everybody had a good time. The schools that came in, everybody was, you know, giving out, you know, congratulations to me about hosting a nice, you know, scrimmage, and had no issues. Everybody's well taken care of. That was the first thing I wanted to say.
Can I piggyback on that?
Yes, you can.
Because the fact that you had to say there was no fights, there was no stabbings, the police didn't come out, I'm thinking, when is the last time that happened anyway? Why do people think that because they're in East Oakland, that like you? It sounds like people think that this happens every weekend. Like there's never a football game that somebody don't get stabbed or bullets don't ring out or the actual OPD. I don't know the last time. I don't remember. Maybe 3 years ago was the last time OPD had to do anything at a football game in Oakland, and that was at Oakland Tech. I've never heard of anything at Fremont High.
Because we're safe.
That's what I'm saying, but you still have to give these caveats because there are people out there who think it's not safe. And I'm like, where did you get that from?
Right.
You know. Galileo, San Francisco, El Cerrito, Richmond. Tell me about Richmond.
Arroyo bagged out, so we only had our 3 teams that participated.
Arroyo is what, San Lorenzo?
Yes.
Arroyo backed out.
Yes.
Need that work. Their running back is a Madison Park kid.
Well, they decided, well, we're just gonna say they didn't show up, and you know, we're gonna leave it at that. So we don't want to put no negative stuff on their program because I like Coach JP over there. He's a cool guy. So we'll work it out. Well, next year things will be a little bit different.
Cool. So how did your JV, how did your varsity, how they handle themselves?
Well, you know, JV, we were real young at that level. Most of our kids are going to be freshmen. We got a couple of sophomores that's on the squad, and they did a pretty good job. They actually they shocked me in some areas because, like I said, we're teaching the offense to everybody. So the program is new with, you know, learning the offense, but they showed, you know, they have some capability of running things efficiently. El Cerrito was a nice squad. They came in, you know, the JVs weren't as big as the varsity ball club, but they had nice technique, you know, nice numbers. Galileo did well. I think Galileo is going to shock some people in their league this year. They're a lot better than last year. I know when they came to Monroe in scrimmage, I was like, for real. They're a little bit better than they were last year, and like I said, that's a tone to their coaching staff. So they're going to be better this year.
Good stuff. So El Cerrito went through a lot of controversy last year. They basically got suspensions and bans, and I don't even think they can go to the playoffs for like the next 2 years or so. What was the program like? How are those kids doing, knowing that they were there, most of them, at least on the varsity level, they were there when all of that stuff. The head coach, who was also the athletic director, is now gone, dismissed. I think he's now coaching in the JC ranks.
Yeah, he's at CC. He's at Contra Costa College.
Yeah. They have Andrew Howard's there.
Oh, they got, from what I heard, staff over there.
Yeah. Andrew Howard is there, and Andrew Howard was there. I think you might have left before Andrew Howard showed up. He showed up at the scrimmage yesterday, and the boys jumped all over him.
I saw him.
Oh, you saw him?
As I was walking out, we gave each other love and stuff like that. I looked at him, I said, okay, you slimming down a little bit, getting older, so he was real proud to be rocking his CC shirt.
Yeah, man. He looked good in it. He looked good in that powder blue.
Yes. But I was Coach El Cerrito's varsity, even though they've gone through that little turmoil, yeah, those dudes is big over there. Yes.
They just reloaded, huh?
Kind of like shocked us. We played them. We went over to Richmond High and was in a 3-way 7-on-7 with them, El Cerrito, Richmond, and ourselves. Excuse me. And when we did the 5-on-5 lineman challenge, El Cerrito didn't have no big guys there. They had some guys that were taller than us, a little bit thicker than us, and they had one guy, their middle linebacker, and he was playing guard and tackle at the 5-on-5, and I thought that was going to be their stud. Whew, they showed up Friday night with the Monstars and the Green Bay Packers for their defense and offensive line. I was like, where these dudes from? Whew, my goodness. And they're running back. Oh my God.
Let's talk a little bit about Fremont High players. Give me some shout. Give me your guys. The newspapers shout out at a couple of guys, but you're there on the ground. Who are some of let's start with the defense. Who are some of the defensive players at Fremont High that you're really going to be leaning on?
The whole 11, all 14 of them. Well, the thing of it is the defensive coordinator that I have this year, I brought him back because, I wanted us to be able to play fast on defense and then not have to think too much. Mm-hmm. So, we talked about it. He's back with us. And the defense was probably our most exciting thing on Friday night. Offensively, we're going to struggle because it's a new offense and we still have to learn the ins and outs. And I told the team that, if we're still struggling by week 4, then, I failed you. But on the defensive side of the ball, we're going to get after it. They're going to be fast. They're going to fill the gaps. We're not the tallest. We're not the biggest, but we're going to play with heart. But just to throw out a couple of names, AP, I still haven't correctly learned how to say his first and last name. He has a different name. I just break it down and call him AP. AP is going to be one of the guys to lean on. Ofa is another one of my poly guys. Him and his brother, Tima, they're going to be pretty good. And then we have our linemen, Big Jalen, Daniel, Carlos. Got a new guy named Tommy Bell, first year, playing football at Fremont. He's picking up on the defensive scheme real well. I'm proud of him. And then our back 4, back 5, whichever ones we're going to run, Lord Robert Mitchell, Malik Chappelle, Jabari Souls. And what's the other guy name? I know his name. I'm not seeing his face right now. But excuse me if I forget your name, my friend. Just dog me in practice tomorrow about messing up your name. They're gonna be okay.
Yeah, I mean, to me, you know, when kids get better coached and they're wanting coaching and you can bring coaching to the table, it's your alma mater. Like I said, like I heard you say earlier, they're going to learn to bleed the green you already bleed.
Yeah.
That's going to make them great, man.
They don't know
I'm looking forward to following the season of Fremont.
They don't know the culture of what I went through, because there was some guys that was ahead of me that showed me the Fremont way. And I love those guys to this day. I call them big brothers. They my big brothers. Shout out to Kenny Johnson, Rob Nelson, Big Rob Caldwell, and those guys, Chucky Parker. Without those guys, you know, showing us how to be Fremont Tigers, how to be, you know, good, you know, role models, good male figures around the school. You know, I don't think I would have made it to be the person I am today. It was those guys that set the tone. You know, they showed us how to be student athletes. This is what it takes. This is who you need to go see if you struggle. And just that right there alone, like I say, it helped me big time. And the culture that they left, you know, how when newcomers come in, you make them feel welcome. You know, don't just push them to the side. Welcome them in, get them at ease, teach them, and just, you know, just introduce them to any and everybody. And it's just wonderful, man, to have gone through that. And that's what I'm trying to bring back right now, is that the Fremont, the friendly school culture. That's what I'm trying to bring back, Coach.
Fremont, the friendly school culture. I like that. All right, let's switch reels real quick.
I'm sorry?
Let's switch reels real quick. I got some, I always want to give some shout outs to my JV players. I got some guys this year, Coach.
Okay.
You know, yesterday was my debut as the JV head coach.
Oh yeah, but you've been a head coach before, so that don't count, Coach.
Yeah, I know. Just, and I always say, you know, I'm a football coach. I'm a varsity head coach. I just been given the assignment of training up the JVs.
Yes.
But having said, I got a couple of clips I want to show you guys, just in case you guys didn't get to see my guys yesterday. I want to highlight them. This is clip number one. Let me get to clip number one. Yeah, there it is. So let's play this clip. This is clip number one.
All right, we're on offense.
Freshman quarterback. My freshman quarterback, Kamani Brown.
Corey.
That's Corey Hall Jr.
Okay.
Ooh.
That young man. You see how many yak yards he got after that?
That's the one that we was working out with through our time.
Corey was working on he was on the JOs in high jump.
Okay.
But yeah, now I'm trying to go back. There we go. Let's come all the way back. So that's Corey out there at the top of the numbers. And here's my freshman, both of them freshmen. Okay. And this is against Sonoma Valley that has 6 juniors.
Wow.
Great. He stepped out of bounds. But yeah, he was on it. This is I don't want 2. I want 3 though. Right here. Let's back that up.
Who is that, Jack?
Here it is. This is Jack Camara, sophomore. Takes it to the house.
That was a nice thrown ball.
Yeah. I mean, he read the defense properly. We've been working on this particular play. He read the defense absolutely right. And we kind of knew how Sonoma Valley was playing. And the corner just never really saw Jack. And Kamani saw it. Boom, right there. Now Jack's away from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Once you get
against Sonoma, this is play 4. Oh, let's go to play 4. Play 4. This is Brandon Mack, sophomore, catches a difficult pass. Watch this.
Oh, that was Brandon who did that?
Brandon.
Mm.
I didn't know that. We were watching.
Nice job.
Oh, I didn't know that was him.
Yeah.
Nice catch, dude.
Brandon Mack playing the X position. I like the way he kept rolling. Notice how he keeps rolling. The quarterback doesn't see him immediately. But as the quarterback is rolling, he starts rolling with the quarterback after his route. So this is wise. Makes the catch, turns up the field, and does not go running. Is not trying to be, goes another 10, 15 yards after he was first touched.
Yeah.
That's good yak yardage.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now we're going to go to play 11. I want to go to play 11 right here. Samani Roberson. Look at the blocking. Look at the line blocking.
Oh, my God.
Now, Samani led this. Samani got down here on like a 30 or 40-yard run, and he got down here on like a 10 to 15-yard catch in the flats. So here we're rewarding him from the 8. And the line, look at the line. Look at that blocking. He could have walked in there.
Yeah.
He could have walked in there. And I think about this time, Sonoma Valley, again, their varsity who went deep into the playoffs, beat Salesian in the I think the section finals.
Mm-hmm.
We were hammering them, and they were bigger than us. Yeah. And then I want to go to play 14. This young man is going to be a problem this year. Tyrese Mack. Take it to the house, 60 yards, young man. 60. You see that? You see that little DB? That DB, he was complaining because he got stiff-armed. He was trying to get a face mask. Look, he's going to turn and start talking to the ref. No, bro. No, bro. You got Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry.
You wearing the number 1 jersey. You wrap it up.
Yeah. But I just want to show this play one more time. This young man, Tyrese Mack, he put out a flyer that he chose Moreau. We didn't know who he was at first. And so when he showed up to campus, we were like, who's this kid that put that flyer out? And yeah, he is as advertised. His brother, older brother, is doing a phenomenal job supporting him. And this young man, we're probably, Gene, only going to have him 1 year on JV.
If that.
He's probably going to be one of those guys who gets called up. You know how we at Moreau, we call kids up at the end of the season to do the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely going to be probably one of those kids if he stays healthy. And my concern is we want varsity to stay healthy.
Yeah.
Because they will pluck him away from us immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
He's good. So that's my guys. All right, final thing here. Peach State Gridiron Classic. Don't forget to go on X, also known as Twitter, and follow at @recruitNE_GA, Northeast Georgia.
Coach.
Your boy.
Coach, before you even go any further.
Yes, sir.
I want in.
You want in?
I want in.
You want to come to coach?
Yes.
In Atlanta?
Yes.
You know, it's the day after. Okay, now it's the day after Christmas. We got a guy get there the day after Christmas to that Sunday.
That's all right.
I'll bring you down. What do you want? What are you going to help me coach?
If I bring my wife, then I'll be able to come, so that won't be no issue.
Man, bring your wife. Bring your wife. We fly into Atlanta, Georgia, and then we drive, I think, about an hour to Commerce, Georgia. Stay in Commerce, Georgia. I would love to have you. I'll contact Coach Daniels.
Okay.
Get it cleared. Tell him, say, hey, I got another coach we're going to bring.
All good.
Well, here's the thing. Hold on. If I invite you to come as a coach, you got to identify for me one offensive player and one defensive player who would be worthy of an invite to this all-star game from Fremont High. Think about it. We'll wrap back at about week 5 when they got their mid-season tape, and whoever your top guy is at the time, we'll submit it to @recruitNE_GA, Coach Daniels, and see if we can get them an invite. And then you can just come with me and be on my coaching staff, Team Dream. You know we're the winners, right?
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, baby.
You're right.
I have a feeling they're going to switch.
And I'm not going to be 1-1. I'm going to be 2-0.
There you go. Whatever you need me to do, I got you.
Wonderful. But you know, I got great respect from my guy, Coach Ken Whitehead.
Yes, sir.
Love that dude.
Absolutely.
And I'm kind of mixed because, see, Coach Ken Whitehead, he coaches teamwork. And this year, when Seth got his invitation,
I got moved to the other side.
they sent him a teamwork. I'm like, are they taking my son off my team and putting him on? Now, here's the thing. I don't have any control over what kids get placed on what team. I don't have any control of that. They just tell me who my roster is. I show up the day after Christmas. I meet the entire team at the auditorium. And the following morning, all my linemen are over here. All my receivers are over there. My quarterbacks are right here. And we just start getting to work.
Yeah.
Right? Because we got pretty much 2.5 practices to get them ready for an all-star game. So I don't know if they sent Seth the wrong image or I'm going to have to coach against him. You know if I have to coach times.
Or a third scenario, it's just the flyer picture, you know, like it's just.
I don't know. I don't know because the kids that I see who have been getting their invites, they're saying, I'm glad to be on Team Dream because they got a Team Dream. And other kids would be like, I'm excited to be on Teamwork. They got Teamwork.
I got to check now. Let me double check.
I would love to have another California coach out there with me in the state of Georgia putting some hands on these young athletes because, like I said, last year, I think there was 15 or 17. I think it was 15 states represented.
Oh, big.
Oh, bro, it is. Look, you can talk about a lot of all-star games, national all, and none of them as big as this one. And this one's just getting started.
Mm-hmm.
It's just getting started, bro. They are doing phenomenal work. And I'm just glad to be considered good enough to be a head coach. I'm honored. I take it very seriously. So, yeah, we'll make that happen. Shout outs.
Yeah, I think
Coach Gene, let's get your shout outs first.
Did me going first?
Yep.
Okay. Shout out to my family that left at Monroe Catholic. Love you guys. Shout out to my administration team at Fremont, Ms. Baez, Mr. Curry, Dr. Michaels, AD Scott, my coaching staff, and the Fremont family. Shout out to everybody. And looking forward to the 25 season and the good things that's going to happen for us. And lastly, I want to shout out to the Evans families for putting this podcast together and inviting me on it. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Brother, we're glad to have you. You are our first coach. I said, yeah, we got to get him on here quick because the season's about to get popping off and he ain't going to be as available as he is right now. So I said, we got to jump him right now. I got to get all the other coaches because I know I'm going to get flack. I know I'm going to get flack.
I know we'll hit you up first.
From TG Treston because he's at St. Mary's. But you know who's going to give me the most flack?
Who was that?
Nick Saban.
Oh.
Because Nick is now in his second year. He hasn't done the podcast.
The dark side. Yeah, he's going to give you some flack.
I got to get him on the podcast. You know he had another baby?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
2 girls.
2 girls.
2 girls.
What is up with you coaches?
Hey, you know.
Only Treston can get some boys out of there. I mean, what's going on? Miner's got a girl now. Lula's going to be like 6'3".
Oh, yeah. You know she's going to play softball for me, though, right?
Is she going to play softball?
Yeah, she's going to
believe it.
Softball for me.
She's going to be your third baseman.
Yeah, I'm going to get Nick's 2 daughters, you know, Miner's daughter, and, you know, whoever else have kids. Well, actually, TG got a couple of girls going to come over, too, so we're going to have them all.
Make it happen, Captain.
Here we go.
All right, Seth, your shout outs.
All right. Hey, shout out to Uncle Gene, man. It's been a pleasure having you on. You know, you always got to play some Monroe in our hearts, you know.
I love you.
Love you. Shout out to everybody who's been watching the broadcast. Definitely stay tuned for next week. We got Richard Salas up here. It's going to be a great one. Another great one. Yeah, stay tuned. You know, next week we got Hair at High. Let's go get it.
Well, this is a song I'll have to learn next week. Hey, God bless y'all. Coach Gene, make it do what it do. Seth, with my
Yes,
son,
sir.
man, I love you. It's bigger than football, but football give us something to rap about every week. That's what's up.
Absolutely.
This is Dion Evans. You've been listening to Father plus Son plus Football Podcast. We out. The Lord bless you.
Peace out, guys.